Welcome back everyone. It is time to get underway here in Silverstone. Welcome to Great Britain. Davis SRA is your pole sitter in this Grand Prix. Can he defend into turn 1 against the Red Bulls and the Racing Bulls? We are yet to find out, but this sets your grid. Davis SRA will lead the field into turn 1 and we see how that goes from there. Can he defend his lead? We have 5 sets of compound tires, 3 slicks and 2 wets. The soft, medium and hard tire compounds, and for wet weather the intermediates and the full wets. Can they be used in today's race? Because to start off we will be having dry weather. All the drivers will be using their appropriate slick tires. Those who choose softs, mediums and hards we see along the grid. All the different tire choices being chosen to start the race. Can it have a negative or positive effect depending on their tire choice to start the race? We will find out shortly as the race goes by. But rather, what a race we can have on our hands here in this fabled race since we've had since the year 1950. But here we are, the engines scream. Engines revving, red lights cleared, and down into turn 1 we go. Davis SRA leads the field. Sam tries to tuck underneath, but he can't quite get him. And Davis SRA has a lead into turn 1. He defends his lead into turn 1. Francesco taking the fight to Sam and the Red Bull. This is entertaining to watch. And Davis SRA leads out into turn 1. And we are on board still with Sam here. This is a fight. They're still going at it. Davis SRA yet to pull away. Here comes Sam. Sam gets ahead. Sam gets ahead of Francesco and he's pulling alongside Davis SRA. Can't quite get ahead, but Francesco fights back. And still ahead. Just about. What great racing this is to begin this race. And it is Davis SRA who leads Sam, Francesco, Nick Turner, Ethan, who just gets ahead of Nunez Garcia in the Audi so far into turn 1. And here comes Sam. Sam is charging at Davis SRA. Will he be able to lead? He's putting up a fight, isn't he, Davis? And Sam concedes position. He will keep on trying. Francesco can't get ahead, but Davis SRA leads the race into turn 1 and after lap 1. And Davis SRA pulls away from the Red Bulls of Sam and Ethan. Ethan has made his way already up into P3 after just a couple of laps, but it is Chris. Chris picks up a 5-second time penalty to be served at some point in this race for causing a collision. Oh, that's not going to help Chris' efforts in this race to make up some positions. He's already P9, fighting with the Williams. That isn't going to help. He's fighting, trying to stay on track, and just about. Davis SRA leads the field after lap 5 by multiple seconds at this point. Sam is keeping him honest. He is not letting him go and run away with this, but he has built up a significant lead, has Davis SRA, after 5 laps. And we are on board here with Sam. Sam has pitted onto the hard tires after just 5 laps on the soft tires. Those soft tires have given up already, and he is trying to get the undercut on Davis SRA. Will it work? SRA pits a lap later, and he safety car? No, just a yellow flag, and it's a 5-second time penalty for Nunez Garcia in the Audi. The Audis this season just can't seem to stay out of trouble. But here is Sam. Will the undercut work? No, it doesn't. Davis SRA, as you can see him just up the field there, just up ahead, stays ahead, and there he is, ahead of Sam. The undercut didn't quite work there for Sam in the Red Bull. And here we are with Ethan. Ethan now has pitted onto the soft tyre, and Blitzo receives a 5-second time penalty. And back-to-back races now for Blitzo, causing a collision. But Ethan is making his way through the field very nicely, and he dives down into the final couple of corners against Macron and Nunes Garcia. Oh, that's a big collision! That is a massive collision! Nunes Garcia already has a 5-second time penalty, and he's got yet another one. What a collision that was! 3 drivers were affected there. That was I don't even know what happened there. That was incredible. And Antti Lane already has to pit to repair the damage. His tyres were already completely worn out, but he has to pit now to repair any damage to that McLaren. Nunes Garcia, in that newly painted Audi livery, has to now serve a 10-second time penalty, and it's only been 8 laps. That is some reckless driving, it may seem, from the Audi driver. And Sam has caught up to his teammate Ethan on those fresher hard tyres. Those soft tyres are giving out now for Ethan. Sam gets ahead, and Arjun Rao sets the fastest middle sector as Sam flies past Ethan. Can Ethan do anything about that? Likely not. Those fresh hard tyres are coming in very handy right now for Sam, who is comfortably sitting in P2 with his teammate just behind him in P3, but it is still Davis Esore who has pulled out a 4-second gap out in front. And Grace Hunter has a puncture. Grace Hunter, the driver of the day in Bahrain, has gotten a puncture. Oh, what a shame that is. From the heroics of last race in Bahrain to the man who perhaps has been the unluckiest, he sits dead last and with a puncture. What a shame that is for the Cadillac man. A bittersweet day for Cadillac. One driver completely running away with it at the very front and the other at the very back by a large margin after that very unlucky puncture. What a day it is for Cadillac. A tale of two halves, really. But we are on board here with Arjun Rao. What a race he has run so far, from P21, I believe it was, from starting from qualifying. He is now running P8. And Ethan decides to pit. Will that backfire? Or will he be able to make his way through the field? We will find out very shortly. He is on some new set of soft tyres. And we are on board now again with Ethan. Maybe perhaps being under some pressure now from Arjun Rao. But Arjun Rao really shouldn't put up a fight at this point. Ethan is in the faster car, and he is chasing down Harry with all his might at this point. Can Harry defend this one into turn 1? Ethan, not even a chance. Ethan completely zooms past Harry in that Williams, but what a drive it is so far from the Williams driver. On board now with Davis Esore. Sam takes the lead of this race as Davis Esore decides to pit onto the soft tyre. Can Nick Turner do anything about that? Not a chance. Nick Turner on those old medium tyres with just 2 laps more to go. Sam has a lead, but how long can it last? Davis Esore is catching. Will Sam be able to defend even past this straight? Not even a chance either. Sam concedes the lead of this race, and Davis Esore gets back into the lead for the British Grand Prix. Sam can't put up a single fight. Look at the graining on those hard compound tires, and no doubt he will be having absolutely no chance of winning this race whilst being on those hard tires. He would either have to forge his way to the end or pit again, but it is Davis S1-R2 who reclaims the lead of the British Grand Prix, and Nick Turner is putting up a fight now on Sam. He's coming back at him, and Sam defends. Those hard tires have been completely used and completely worn out. Here is Nick Turner. He's taking the fight here to Sam. Can he defend? So far he can. He pulls alongside Nick Turner. Sam will cross the line before him, but will Nick Turner get into turn 1? Ahead? No, Sam stays ahead for now. But all this meanwhile has brought Ethan alongside and into the party. Nick Turner can't get past Sam as we speak, but can Nick Turner look at the graining on those medium compound tires? Ethan zooms past Nick Turner, zooms past Sam. Incredible! That deployment on those especially fresher soft tires from Ethan has done the job, and Ethan completely zooms past Sam on those old hard tires. Perhaps Sam had to pit one more time, but he will be running it out for the remainder of this lap and the next. Only 1.5 laps to go, and it is Ethan who zooms past Sam and Nick Turner. The P2 of this race so far. But what a drive it has been from Davis S1-R2 with just 1.5 laps to go. Can Sam defend against Nick Turner? Nick Turner gets ahead of Sam. Oh my word. Sam is down in 4th. From starting in 2nd position, Sam, unless he's able to mount a comeback in the next lap, Sam will not even be finishing on the podium at this point. Keep an eye on Francesco as he is on fresher soft tires compared to Sam's old hard tires, but it is Davis S1-R2 who begins the final lap of this British Grand Prix. Just one more lap to go. We will keep an eye on Davis as he will cross the line to win the British Grand Prix. But look at this as Francesco whips round turn 1 and turn 2. Can he get past Sam on those very old hard tires? Davis S1-R2 sets the fastest first sector. He is using no doubt all of his battery. Can Sam defend against Francesco? No, he can't. Not even a chance. Not even a chance. Sam down from P2 on the grid in qualifying to P5. Well, certainly he wouldn't be finishing P6 at this point. Arjun Rao certainly would not be able to catch Sam with this much time left, but Francesco, again, these fresher tires proving to be so beneficial. Francesco flies past Nick Turner, his teammate, and as it stands, Francesco will be finishing on the podium. Fantastic drive to come back on those fresher tires from Francesco. But now we take a look at Davis S1-R2 in the Cadillac. What a drive. What a driver. From scoring no points at all and close to dead last in the British Grand Prix, Davis S1-R2 wins the British Grand Prix here in Silverstone and sets the fastest lap at the very end. What a drive. Ethan comes home to finish in P2 and Francesco P3. His teammate just behind him in P4, and Sam would be ruining how he started P2 on the grid and finished only P5. Arjun Rao, what a drive from the Ferrari man. Arjun Rao, take a bow. What a drive that is. Top rack, P7 on the grid from way back as well, from P18. Nashi P8. Harry just about comes home ahead of Macron in the Aston Martin. Chris in P11, and further back we have all the rest of the finishers, but for no points. Nunes Garcia, of course, has to still serve that 10-second penalty, which will be applied at the end of this race. But what a race this has been. And there we have it, your winner of the British Grand Prix here in Silverstone, the Cadillac driver, Davis S1-R2. Ethan comes home to finish in P2, Francesco P3, next Turner his teammate P4 right behind him, Sam P5, Arjun Rao P6, Toprak P7 in the Mercedes. McLaren finishes 8th with Nashi. P9 for Harry in the Williams, what a drive that is from him as well, underrated I must say from the Williams driver. And P10 is Macron in the Aston Martin. But after 2 rounds, it is still Ethan who leads the World Drivers' Championship standings with 43 points, ahead of now Davis S1-R2 on 25 points, ahead of Ethan on 22. The World Constructors' Championship standings, it is Red Bull still on top with 65 points, ahead of Cadillac and Alpine, who are tied on 33 points. Racing Bulls on 27 points now after that race. But don't go anywhere. We have the Australian Grand Prix on May 15th to May 17th. You don't want to miss that. Be here next week to continue round 3 of the Rhexa Racing Championship. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you.